Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, I wanted to do this quick message. And first of all, let me welcome you. My name is Monique. I'm a personal coach, personal life coach. And I help women to take responsibility for their happiness, success, and freedom. I don't know how my blouse is here. I don't know how my top is. But anywho, I wanted to come talk to you all about personal growth, right? Personal growth hurts, but it will heal you. Personal growth hurts, but it heals, right? When you are on your personal growth journey, it's going to hurt you to disassociate yourself with people, to stop talking to certain people, to distance yourself from certain people. It's going to hurt you to cut ties with old friendships, to cut ties with old relationships, to cut ties with people who you've known for a long time. Always going to hurt. When you start growing personally, you start doing the introspective work. You start doing the self work, right? You start looking at the self and you stop being a victim. You don't blame other people for what you have allowed, right? Personal growth is taking full accountability. It's taking full accountability. You're not blaming anyone for anything. When you start doing the work on yourself, personal growth and development, always that thing is going to hurt. When you start going to therapy, when you start going, hiring a coach, when you start journaling and doing the things that requires you to get to where you need to be, you start getting delivered, praying, fasting, opening your Bible, reading books, anything that contributes to you growing personally, right? I don't know why this is bothering me. Hold on, you all. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm here. I just had to fix this top. I don't know why it's bothering me. And I had to fix it. But when you start doing the work on yourself, when you start doing the digging and the uprooting and the self-work, that thing is going to hurt. I'm not going to lie. When you join this masterclass that's coming up this Saturday, right? The new Beginnings Masterclass, some of that stuff is going to hurt. But the thing about personal growth, the hurt always going to hurt. The growth is going to hurt. But the healing is a blessing. The healing is freedom. The healing is freedom. I never would have imagined getting through one of the hardest steps. I never imagined getting through one of the hardest steps that I had to take in order for me to get to where I am. I never imagined me taking that step. I never could bring myself to do it because of my fears and things that I had going on personally that I had not dealt with. Oh boy, but when I took this first step to personal growth, first step to walk away from something that wasn't working, that wasn't benefiting me, benefiting the situation, benefiting the world, when I finally thought about all of the things that transpired in this situation and the pain that I would have to endure, I didn't want to take that step. No one wants to take the step. But let me tell you, if you're willing, if you got the strength, if you want to receive what's on the other side of whatever you're going through, whatever difficulty you're going through, if you want to receive the abundance, the joy, the peace, you have to take that step. The growth is going to hurt, but you're going to be healed. The healing comes when you take the step. The healing comes when you start the process. The healing comes when you acknowledge the truth. That's when the healing comes. The healing comes, the freedom. Oh yes, the freedom, the joy, the abundance, the creativity. Because some of us, we stay stuck in situations so long that we think what we have is all that we can get. You think that where you are is all that's out there. Let me tell you, baby. Let me tell you. Once you get through the process of fear, you get through the process of the unknown. Once you get through that, you take the step. There are so many possibilities on the other side. That the other side is the side of opportunity and possibilities. You're going to have so many possibilities and opportunities at your door, at your fingertip. You're not going to know what to do with it. But you can't experience the abundance until you go through the pain. Until you got to walk through the HE double hockey stick. You got to walk through it. And the HE double hockey stick that you're going to walk through, it is a personal journey. It is your own spiritual journey. Because you're in control of yourself. You're in control of your mindset. You're in control of whether or not you want to grow. You're in control of how fast you're going to grow. You're in control of that. Yes, God is in control, but he gives you free will. God is not going to come down and take your hand and your feet and make you do things that he gave you the strength and the power to do. He gave you the strength and the power to walk away. He gave you the strength and the power to say no. He gave you the strength and the power to walk through the hardest thing that you're going to have to walk through. You just got to have faith. You just have to tap in and believe that he's going to hold your hand and get you through it. Because, baby, on the other side, one thing, boy, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I am so thankful that I built up the courage. I am so thankful that I built up the courage to do what it is I know I needed to do a long time ago. I should have took the first step years ago, but I was too afraid of the unknown. And you know why I was afraid? Let me tell you why I was afraid. This is why I was afraid. Because I didn't take the time to get to know who I was. I didn't take the time to get to know the Monique that God destined me to be. Right? I didn't take the time to know the Monique that God created me to be back when I was a child. I didn't take the time to get to know that Monique. The bold Monique, the fearless Monique. The Monique who, when she was 10 years old, she used to take the public transportation from her small city, take the bus from her small city to travel to a big city, to get on a train that was in the city, the county where she was from, to go down to another county at 10 years old, 11 years old. The bold and fearless Monique. Now, I wouldn't encourage that in these times, But I dare to say, even it was dangerous back then for me to do it. But at the same time, I was bold. I was confident. Okay? I was bold and confident. I knew if somebody tried to do something to me, I knew how to fight. I knew in my mind what I was going to do and say at that young age. I was bold and fearless. Oh, God had to remind me who I was. I had to be reminded of the Monique that get along with people. The Monique that loves people genuinely and wants to help people genuinely. I had to be reminded of that one. The Monique that's not only book smart, but the Monique that's street smart too. And the Monique that if she don't know something, she's going to ask for help. She's going to learn, research. I had to be reminded, because sometimes we lose ourselves. We do. We lose ourselves in other people. We lose ourselves in our children, in our families, in our marriages, in relationships. Oh, I had to be reminded. And I'm encouraging you all to be reminded of who you are. And just like that in The Lion King, when my girl LaToya Kia, when she gave this example in one of her videos, and it's so true. When Simba was looking down in the water, and I think his uncle was reminding him, remember who you are. You got to remember who you are. You have to remember. That's why it's important to go and join the master class, the New Beginnings Masterclass. Because you're going to be reminded of who you are. And you're going to have to go back to be reminded of who you are. I had to be reminded that I'm a creative Monique. I'm the business-minded Monique. I'm the Monique who always thought she was going to be wealthy. Creative. Ideas. Business ideas. Always been a business-minded person. I've always been business-minded from a little girl. Always with creating and making things, trying to sell it. I didn't know I was like that. I'm always trying to create. Just creative. A creative genius. And not afraid to make mistakes, not afraid to fail, not afraid to try something and say, you know what, this not working. I sell anything. I sell you if you for sale. In a joking way. I used to be creative and come up with ways, when I was younger to make money, because I didn't have family to, give. I had my grandparents, which I was the type of child when I was a younger teenager. I was raised by my grandparents, but I was the type, I didn't want to put no burden. I didn't want to be a burden to my grandparents. I didn't want to be asking them for things. I knew if I would have asked, I was spoiled. I knew if I wouldn't have asked, I could have got anything that I wanted. I was overly loved. I was spoiled in a sense to where I was favored. God favored me. So I did have grandparents that if I asked for anything, they would do it on my dad's side. This is my paternal grandparents. Anything I would have, but at that time, thinking I didn't want to be, asking them for things, wanting more things. I was content with what I had. But I would come up with little ways to make money. I would sell things. I would make Rice Krispies. And, I remember one time, that when the Dollar Tree first started popping off and it was popular, I remember I was in high school then. I used to catch the bus from my small city to come to a big city to buy the lollipops. I don't know if you remember, they had the lollipops, the big lollipops. At the Dollar Tree, they was $4 for $1 back in that time. And I used to buy those lollipops when I used to get my little birthday money, my allowance. I used to come and flip. Okay, flip that money. I've always been this way. This is nothing new. But I used to come and catch the bus and buy those lollipops and come back and sell those. Now, I paid for the lollipops $4 for $1. I used to sell them for 50 cents each. So I gained, an extra 25. Making Rice Krispies and selling pickled sausages. We call them hot sausages where I'm from. But just selling things to make money and always being creative. I had to be reminded of that Monique. Not the Monique who people want me to be, who they try to, project me to be, who they're lying on me to be. I had to be reminded of that Monique. The Monique that was favored. Okay? The Monique that, God protected when she was somewhere she didn't have any business and I could have lost my life. I had to be reminded of that Monique. Of the Monique that was favored. Everywhere I go, God to send people in my life to direct me, to tell me my next step. That Monique. Not the Monique who people try to Picasso me to be. I say Picasso, that was the painter. Paint me to be. Because one thing I had to be reminded about myself, and this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to be reminded of you, of your character. Your character will speak for you. When people lie on you, try to make you to be this bad person, your character will speak because you take your true self everywhere you go. When people are lying and they're making you out to be this bad person, you got to remember those people who are lying on you, they're just giving you free advertisement. They're giving you free advertisement because you know what people are going to do? When folks start talking about you, they're going to start watching you. They're going to come look at you and they're going to watch you. They're going to monitor you. And if you are yourself, they're just going to see you being yourself. That's it. They're going to see you being yourself. You're not putting on the front. You're not acting because you're yourself. That's what being genuine is. Being genuine is you're being yourself. You don't have to be anyone else. But people are going to start coming, looking, monitoring you, watching you, trying to see why this person is always talking about you, trying to see what it is about you that this person don't like. And they're going to witness it. They're going to find out. They're going to see the reason this person don't like you, the reason this person is talking about you, the reason this person is slandering you. Because there's favor on your life. There's light on you. You carry a light that can't be understood, can't be explained. That light is going to radiate. Okay? You're radiating. Yes, you are. You're radiating. You're glowing. It's something about you. They're trying to figure out what it is about her. What it is about this one. Why this one is so favored. What it is about that niece. What it is about that cousin. What it is about that daughter. What it is about that one. That coworker. What it is about you. Why she's so different. Oh yeah, they're going to come looking. Trying to see. Speculate. Oh, this ain't the same. I know this ain't the same person that used to. God will transform you so much. You'll be unrecognizable. You'll be unrecognizable. I remember there was a time when I was broken. I was younger. And I was in this situation that I shouldn't have been in. But I thank God that I've been through it. I was younger. I was in a situation. And I talk about my story. That I don't want that to be about this. But I was in a situation that I shouldn't have been in. And I saw a person years ago that was connected to me in that situation. And I had to explain to him that I was that person. And the person, he didn't believe me that I was that person because God had did a number with me. He transformed me. He grew me up. He brought me up to speed to where he wanted me to be at that time. And I'm not saying this to big myself up or to be, self-centered or righteous, but I'm telling you, when God changed you, he'll make you unrecognizable. The guy was trying to tell me that I wasn't who I said I was. And I was confused. Like, how do you know? This is me. I am me. I am that same little girl. That little girl that was in that situation that shouldn't have been in that situation. I am her. She is me. But when God transforms you, he'll make you unrecognizable. He'll make you unrecognizable. You got to give God your pain. Give God your shame. Because we only behave on the level of which we know. A 14-year-old is going to be a 14-year-old. Yes, you got some that are a little more mature, but a 14-year-old is a 14-year-old. I don't care how developed that 14-year-old is on the outside. In this brain, that's still a child, still a teenager trying to figure life out. But the personal growth is painful. But the healing is top tier. The healing and doing the work is top tier. And let me tell you something. I see why people don't want to change. I understand. I would never judge a person who don't want to change. I never judge a person who don't want to change, because when you change, it hurts. Change hurts. I can just imagine what the butterfly has to go through in the cocoon. I could just imagine what the butterfly has to experience while in that cocoon. All the changes that are taking place. But oh baby, when that thing develops, and you see how beautiful it has become, you forget about the pain. You leave the pain behind. You don't go revisit the pain. You don't keep picking the pain up. I could just imagine. But the personal growth, it hurts. But the healing is top tier. The healing and growth, the transformation, the disconnecting. Some of y'all are afraid. You're afraid to go into isolation. You're afraid to leave your family. You're afraid to let people go on their own journey while you get yourself together. You're so busy trying to be there for other people that you are breaking down day by day. You're breaking down day by day because you don't know how to retract. You don't know how to retreat. You don't know how to pull back because you're so used to being there for everybody. You don't want people to say, you think you this, you think you that. You don't want to be talked about. Oh, baby, that pain that I've experienced, oh, it was worth it. It still is worth it. God is not done with me yet. It's still worth it. You got to let people talk. You got to let people speculate while you go in and do the work. You get your lick back by healing. You get your lick back by becoming a better version of you. Not doing tick for tack. Not going low when they go low. When they lie and gossip, you say, Lord, God bless them. God bless them. Speak well of them. Or don't say nothing at all. That's how you get your lick back. That personal growth. Because see, when you vibrating on that low frequency, when people are on that low level and all they know how to do is gossip, talk, slander, that bring you down. That keeps you in a low place. That keeps you depressed, suppressing your feelings. Keeps you on that anger, that angry, resting, what face. It keep you with that resting, what face. It keeps you with that because you're so angry. You're so mad and angry. You're so bitter. You're so hurt. You're so victimized. You better get up on the other side of that. Get up on the other side. Join the masterclass that I'm holding. A free masterclass Saturday, January the 27th. The New Beginning Masterclass. If you want your new beginning, I'm going to help you realize and show you how to start your new beginning. Listen, I talk about God. If you don't want to hear about God, that class is not for you. I talk about Jesus a lot. I talk about prayer a lot in what I talk about. So if you don't want to hear that, that's not the class for you. I don't want to offend anyone. So don't come to that class if you don't want to hear about God. That class won't be for you. And it's okay. Learn to align yourself with people who are aligned with you. Don't go to nobody else's class or functions trying to tell them what to do and who not to talk about and if this. No, you just go where people align with you. So that's what I want to come talk to you about. Join that masterclass. It's going to be this Saturday at 10 a.m. It's a Zoom class, so you can log in from anywhere. Come on in and get your new beginning. Start your new beginning. Invest in yourself. You don't need money only to invest in yourself. You need to invest your time. If you want to start your personal growth, invest your time. Invest your time. Money is not the only thing you can invest. My grandmother used to tell me, baby, there's nothing free in this world. I thought that lady was crazy. I thought she was crazy because, when you're younger, you think the older people don't know anything. It's like a repeating cycle. You don't think your grandparents know anything and they've been here on earth. But I'm like, they say it's free. My grandmother said, baby, she used to love saying, baby, ain't nothing free in this world. And it's not. Because you're going to pay a price for something. You're going to pay a price either in your time, emotionally, right? Physically, monetarily. You're going to pay a price. And I understand now what she meant, that nothing is free. Although this is a free masterclass where you don't have to pay money, your time is an investment because you don't get time back. You don't get time back. And that is why this masterclass is so important. Come to the New Beginnings Masterclass. Invest your time because you don't get it back. It's time for you to heal. It's time for you to do the work. It's time for you to stop wasting time. It's time for you to live out your purpose. God has given you a purpose, and you're sitting there wasting your time on drama, trauma, pain, unforgiveness. You're wasting your time on that, and you need to be spending your time doing what it is that God has called you to do. I'm doing what God called me to do. I'm doing my part. Y'all have to do y'all part. I worked on my healing and working on it continuously. I'm not done, but I took the step. I forgave. I let go. Okay? I detached myself. And I started becoming laser focused on what God has called me to do. He called me to this channel, this responsibility channel. I didn't want to do this. I tell people, I didn't want to do it. I was like, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it, God. I'm not ready. He said, you don't have to be ready. I'm going to walk with you, prepare you. Go back on when I first started. You will see the growth. Go back to my oldest videos. You will see the growth. You will see the change. I didn't know what I was doing. Still don't know. But guess what? I got the courage. I'm courageous. I got the boldness. I'm tapping back into the Monique I used to be. The Monique who I was, the bold Monique. The fearless Monique. The Monique that's not afraid to make a mistake. The Monique who learns from her mistakes. The Monique who, once I get it, I got it. Okay? The Monique who's just upfront, genuine, caring, honest, tell you how it is. That Monique. That one. So that's why I will be able to come on this class and tell you all and correct you all in love. Teach you all in love. You will know it's genuine. You know when somebody mean you well. You know when somebody is correcting you in love and they want the best for you. I have a problem with people. I really do. I have a problem with people who say they love you and will not correct you. That's not love. They don't know what love is. They don't know what it is. So join the masterclass. I will put the link in the comments on this video or in the description, right? I'll just go and copy and paste the link. But if you go to the community tab, you will see the information. You will see the information. Free masterclass. Get up, invest in yourself. Invest in your new beginning. Invest in your growth, your healing. That's what I did. I joined the free stuff. The free stuff, I did that until I was able to get the mindset and the understanding to start paying for things that was going to help me. I did all the free stuff. If it's free, it was for me, because I didn't have no other resource but my time. I didn't have no other resource but my time when I first started my journey. Volunteering my services, giving away what I had. But I'm excited. So y'all come join that class. I'm going to be ready for you all. And I won't be able to answer questions because it's just a master class where I'm teaching. But I will give you an opportunity to email me any questions. Email me any questions. Okay? After I give you the opportunity to be able to email me, because I don't want the class to be all drawn out, with questions and answering questions and, holding up the progress. But you will have the opportunity to email me anything that you would like. Okay? So, join the masterclass, and I'm going to try to create a specific email for the questions. Hey, Nikiana. So I'm going to try to have an email for the specific questions so it won't get caught up in my regular responsibility@gmail email address. So I'll make sure I go create that today. So make sure you all join. It's going to be fire. Listen, because we all see, I got to go. I can't say that. I got to go because I'm going to be on here forever. But see, you got to invest in yourself. That's what I want to say. Invest in yourself, regardless of what time it is in your area. Set the alarm to invest in yourself. I would try not to hold you no more than an hour, right? I would not try to hold you no more than an hour, but sometimes you don't have control of how God moves in situations. You don't have control over that. So I am allowing time. If God is going to move, I allow time for that. But I will try to have it an hour and we're out. We're done. Okay? So thank you all for listening. Remember that personal growth is going to hurt. But that healing is top tier. When you heal and you get your lick back, and you don't even have to focus on getting your lick back. Do it for you. Do it for you. You deserve that. You deserve the healing. You deserve the new beginning. You deserve the life that you imagine. The joy, the abundance. You deserve that. Do it for you. Don't do it for no one else. Do it for you. Okay? Do it for you. Be blessed.